I have a beautiful view from my campsite here, and I just enjoy these trees and the green. And there in the distance, there's some water. And I'm really loving this campsite. It's been incredibly quiet this morning. We had campers here the last few nights, and some really close to me. And then, of course, you deal with the noise. And now that we had no campers last night, it's back to quiet again. I actually don't know what I would rather have, campers close by to where you feel safe, but you deal with the noise, or no people around and you have all this wonderful quiet and peace. I guess maybe I'd like a blend of both, I want some solitude and quiet, but at the same time, I like when people are around and feeling that safety in numbers. If and when I get out on the road full time, I'm pretty sure that I'm probably going to want to do a combination of that, some solo camping and then camp with some other groups and people. But since I have a lot of new subscribers, I thought I would give a little tour and just show you around the campsite here. And so I can reveal now, because I won't be putting this up till I'm gone, but this is called Tuttletown Recreation. It's run by the Bureau of Reclamation, and the cost is $22 a night, but with my 50% senior discount, I get 50% off, so it's $11 a night, so it's a very good deal. It was no problem to get a reservation, no problem at all. This place is pretty much empty right now. And I think the best times to camp here would be in the spring and fall, because I understand it can get pretty hot here in the summertime. I am located not very far from Sonora, as well as Angels Camp. So just a little further, let's see, where am I? A little further south of Angels Camp. So yeah, I went to the museum at Angels Camp, and I'll show some of that later in the video. The next clip that you see after this one is a video that I made actually before the scary experience, for those of you who saw that video. In fact, I think it happened that night. I made the video that morning, and then it happened that night. So it's ironic, because I just watched it again, and I'm saying, oh, I feel so safe here, But I feel like this has been a really great test run, because everything that can happen, not everything, but a lot of things that can happen have happened. So it's been a really good test run for sure so far. So I'm just going to show you around a little bit and introduce you to my teardrop, which I said in a previous video, I don't think I'll be keeping it. I love it, and it's adorable, and it's really easy to tow, but for full-time travel, it's just not going to be enough for me. So let me give you a little tour around. Here we go. I'm going to turn you around. So I like to hang my trash right here. It makes it really convenient. I've got a nice 2-burner stove here. I like my mocha pot for coffee in the morning. And I've got a nice sized kitchen here. I've been really utilizing my sink this time, and I really love it. It makes it so convenient. It's got a 2.5-gallon jug below, and it really helps to not have to keep going to the spout to wash dishes and wash hands and stuff. So I really love this kitchen. That was imperative to me, because I really like to cook and need to cook a lot of my own meals due to a lot of food sensitivities that I have. So I also have this pull-out drawer. So I've got, lots of storage back there, and then plenty of space for things in here. God, this is like the best. I found this at a local nature food store, and it's the most delicious plum preserves I've ever had in my life. I have that on a little bit of a savory cracker with some cream cheese in this, and that was breakfast. That was so yummy. I've been happy because this Dometic fridge has been powered by the battery on board, and it's been no problem. It gets plenty of power, and I haven't had any issues keeping that running. And then, let's see if I can get down low enough. I have this nice big drawer here as well for lots of storage, mostly my pots and pans and cooking utensils. Okay, and then going around, I have that security device on the tire. This is another thing that's great about this rig is I have this Yakima road shower, 7 gallons, and it's got the sprayer. So I could conceivably, I haven't done it, but I could take a shower in my, privacy tent. It's great for rinsing off dishes and shoes and feet and things like that. So this trailer is called a droplet trailer. I got it. I drove all the way up to British Columbia back in January of 2022 to pick it up. And the main reason I wanted this particular one is that it was so lightweight that I could tow it with my CRV. You can see the back there is filled with stuff. And also it's got this great big gazing window here, and that was important to me. I wanted to feel like I wasn't too claustrophobic in there. So this lets in a ton of light, and you have great views. So I love the design of this trailer, although I haven't been too happy about the fact that a lot of things have been breaking on it, little stuff, practically right from the get-go, including, I discovered this a couple days ago. This fell off somewhere, and it's what holds my solar panel, so I'm hoping that those two will hold it enough for the rest of my trip. I can lock them up there, so hopefully it will hold. I have a nice storage box, spare tire. There's a 500-watt battery inside that powers the lights in the fridge. I got these motion sensor solar lights, which I really love those. I put them under the rig, and they're really bright. The nice thing about the solar panel that came with this rig is it is portable, and so I'm charging it right now. Usually my fridge is getting down to about 40 to 60% in the morning, and then it gets charged up pretty easily by by noon. And then I have another 200-watt solar panel over there charging a 700-watt Blue Eddy battery that charges my work equipment that I have, my computer, my monitor, my printer, the Starlink router. I'll just give you a little shot of the inside here. So I configured it to be a single bed. It came with a double bed, so this was all bed here. But I took that out and put the single bed so that it would give me some additional space on the other side to store some stuff. And then I also have plenty of storage in the cupboards for clothes and whatnot. So it's cozy in here. I really love it. I feel safe in here once I get inside and have all the windows shut and the doors locked. I feel so much safer than I would in just a regular tent, of course. So, I wanted to show you, after my scary incident the other day, I took this out of my glove compartment, which wasn't going to do me a lot of good there, and put it inside the rig, but it's a stun gun. Ooh, that scared me. So I'm keeping that there. I also have one of these guys and some other tools for self-defense. Pepper spray, things like that. Let's see, what else should I show you? It's locked right now, but I have additional storage on this side as well as the other side, and you can fit quite a bit in there, so it's really great. This is the company, And yeah, like I said, I like the trailer. It's really cute and the design is wonderful, but I'm unhappy with the fact that a lot of things have broken on it. Um, there was a leak, a bad leak. You can see some of the damage from this leak here, from the leak where the hinge is right there. And one time the handle on my overhang broke off. Well, it didn't break off. It actually became loose, and so it made it so I could not open the back hatch anymore. And other little things have gone wrong. Up here is a awning. This comes out to a pretty big awning, and it's very easy to put up. This was the awning that I was trying to take down the other night. Haven't used it much since then because it's been kind of windy. So it has to be low winds for it to work. So just to show you a little bit around the campground, I should say. See, the closest camper is really far away down there. And otherwise, I mean, this is all, there's campground, campsites right up there. And campsites right here. And, there's hardly I think I can only spot 2 in this whole section here. I'm in the Acorn section of Tuttletown Recreation. And what is my site? My site is number 17. So yeah, it's been great to be in this spot. I haven't felt unsafe since that night, other than just hearing people, yelling, screaming, or whatever, but nothing like that other night, thank God. I feel like this has been a really great trip, like I said before, because it's testing, it's kind of showing everything, not everything, I keep saying everything, it's not going to show you everything, but last night I was inside my rig. It was around dusk, about 7:30, and I saw a movement out of the corner of my eye, and I had my window curtain up, and I saw a large coyote running right across here on the grass, down, down, down. It was incredible to see him. And the first thought I had is, oh, I'm glad I'm inside. And the second thought I had was, where's my dog and my cat away? Are they put away? And I was like, wait a second, you don't have any cat or dog? I had, unfortunately, years and years ago, one of my cats was killed by a coyote. So no wonder I had that thought. But yeah, it's a really nice campground. You can go down to the water nearby. There's lots of hiking around here. And as you can see, that green roofed building, that's the bathroom. So it's pretty far away. So that's why I set up my potty tent. Okay, well, this is getting long, so I'm going to sign off this part for now. Bye. Well, I'm having fun camping out here, and it's so nice to wake up in the morning to nature. It's just stunning and so beautiful right now in April. I just can't get over all the green and beauty here. And my back is getting better. It seems like less pain. So I think that all the movement I am doing is strengthening my back, which is a positive, very positive thing, right? So I am excited about getting better in shape and getting stronger. It's a pretty cool thing. So that's really exciting. And the mornings are my favorite time. It's just, there's a nice breeze right now. It's so pleasant. And any physical activities, you know, that I want to get done, I try to do in the mornings, because in the afternoons it's been getting pretty hot, and I find that I'm, you know, get pretty lethargic with the heat. So yeah, so far so good. It's been 1 week now on my month-long trip, and I haven't felt unsafe or anything like that. This campground is pretty empty right now. It's a Monday morning and most people have left. There wasn't very many people here actually over the weekend. So I can see that, you know, camping in April and probably the fall is the best times to camp because of the lack of crowds. So it's been really quiet and very peaceful. And so far everything is peachy. So I'm happy. I'm a happy camper, as they say. So I am nearly at the 2-week mark of my month-long test run trip to see if I should pursue my dream of getting out on the road full-time, give up my apartment and put stuff into storage and go traveling around the country. For how long, I don't know, but I want to see my country and Canada too, perhaps Mexico, and travel as much as I can while I still can. At 67 years old, I feel like, you know, time is not on my side. So I'm doing this month-long trip, and I'm 2 weeks into it, and so far it's actually proving to be a pretty good test run, in that I feel like I'm kind of running into, you know, several issues and things that can come up on the road. Right now, you may hear the rain on the roof of my teardrop trailer. It's been pretty stormy and rainy here today, which did not allow me to get outside too much. We had little patches of sunshine and, you know, rain stopping enough for me to get out and cook a meal. But I only had one meal today. Because that's all the time I had to get out there and my kitchen galley and cook. Actually, I'm not set up to really cook anything inside here, so I actually feel like I'm losing weight on this trip because I'm just eating less. It just, you know, it feels like it's, there's, excuse me, more effort, you know, to prepare a meal and clean up, so I find that I'm eating less, and I'm pretty sure I'm dropping some weight, so that's always a nice thing. But yeah, it's proving to be a good test run, and that I feel like I'm encountering a lot of things. It's pretty chilly right now. I'm excuse me, laying in my bed. Got my warm down jacket covering me up because it's a bit chilly. I've encountered pretty warm weather where it's gotten up to 87 degrees in here. Excuse me. And, you know, lots of rain. Well, I have campers close to me now, and well, you know, it's a big family over there, and they, you know, of course, make a lot of noise. They're having a lot of fun. I am totally fine with that now because I feel much safer having people close by, and in fact, when they leave, I'm going to feel a little vulnerable again. Yeah, the incident the other day definitely brought home to me how vulnerable I would feel being completely by myself, camping completely by myself. I like my alone time, and I like solitude, and I like lots of quiet. So I thought that would be the type of camping that I would want to do mostly, but I'm beginning to think and wonder if I'm going to want to travel with other people. You know, hopefully you find your kindred spirits, people you get on well with, and ones that respect your boundaries and your space. And, you know, when I say, hey, I need some alone time, they respect that. And the type of people I get on well with are ones that are kind of low energy and not big talkers, and high energy and frenetic energy and that kind of thing. I like to be around, I guess you could say, grounded, calm people. And I like to think of myself as that way, but I don't know if I can say that I am. But in any case, it just would be nice to have some other people to travel with, even if it's just one other person. I think there definitely is something to be said about safety in numbers. So yeah, it is, what is today, Saturday, and I have a few more days here before I move on. And you know, this campground will probably empty out again Sunday, so feeling a little bit nervous about that, to be honest, but I should be okay. And I'm feeling more determined to not let what happened the other day get in my way of travel, because I think what unsettled me the most was realizing that, you know, probably camping by myself in remote places is not going to be doable for me as much as I dreamed about doing that. I'd have to work up to it to, you know, I don't know, to build my confidence and feel like, you know, I would feel safe. But initially, I just don't think I can. I just think I'd feel too vulnerable. So I think one of the first things that I will do if I get out on the road full time is, you know, join up with some caravans, or go to some, you know, meetup groups and see if I can find some travel buddies that I get along well with. So that's a good realization for me to have. So see, this test run is turning out to be a good thing for me. So anyways, wanted to show you guys I have campers nearby, and I'm doing fine and feeling more hopeful again. And yeah, no returning of the drunk guy, and I haven't felt unsafe. I have been sleeping just fine. All right, talk to you later. I did not know it, but Angel's Camp, where I'm visiting right now, is known for their jumping frog Jubilee. I would love to see that. I will have to ask inside when it is. Maybe I'll get lucky and get to see it, because I think that would be hysterical to see a jumping frog contest. So I just learned that this is a small ore car, and they would fill it up with the precious ore, and then the men would push it through the narrow tunnels of the mines. Look, I found some gold. Look at how shiny and sparkly it is. Oh, fun.
They're going to do well. Then you have the frogs.
So I guess it was Mark Twain who made the jumping frog Jubilee happen here at Angel's Camp. He wrote a book at a cabin nearby that I'm going to go visit today. He was here in Calaveras County for 90 days or something like that, and wrote that book. And that started the frog jumping Jubilee that happens the third week of every May. It's been happening, I think, since 1928. The first Frog Jump Jubilee attracted 15,000 people. So unfortunately I won't be here to see it, but there was a video film to watch about it. So I am at the Carriage House, which apparently has one of the biggest displays of carriages in the nation. But here's a bar, but the bartender's not around, so I can't get a cocktail. Okay, I am enjoying just reading about this gentleman. He was a stage driver by the name of Hank Monk, and he's dressed in winter clothing here to drive over the Sierra Nevada mountains, which are pretty hard to drive over, actually. And he was very hard driving. You know, when he was driving the coach, they even sometimes regarded him as reckless, but he never had a major crash. But on one of his trips, he saw a would-be bandit lying in wait for his stagecoach, so he quickly took out of his bottle of whiskey and poured it over his head and then slumped forward looking drunk. The robber stopped the stagecoach and ignored what he thought was a drunk stage driver, and when he turned his back, this man here grabbed an iron pipe and knocked the outlaw unconscious. He then yelled to the amazed passengers, "You and the boy on are safe, but that bastard cost me my last drink." So this stagecoach was driven once by Hank Monk, who did become famous, actually. I just read. But yeah, this is cool because this coach is believed to be one of the oldest surviving stagecoaches in California. So you always see these in films, so it's so fun to see it actually in person here. It would ride from Nevada over the Sierra Nevadas to Placerville, California. It's like a good 84 miles that it would go. So all the luggage on the top, passengers inside, and to me it looks like it only seats 2 comfortably, so 4 people total. And then obviously that was the seat of the stage driver. Really cool looking. That is so neat. Love it. So this was a robber who robbed stagecoaches between 1875 and 1883. Black Bart was his nickname. And this was a stagecoach held up by him. In this area. $250 reward. But here's the stagecoach. And here's the Wells Fargo strongbox that they would keep the valuable cargo in. Gold, silver, cash. Interesting to read about the history of the gold rush. It was actually President Polk who mentioned it in his State of the Union message on December 5th, 1848, that the world would know the true nature of the discovery of gold in California and in this territory. And so the news traveled very fast, of course. And so people from all over the world came here. 90,000 hopefuls got here in 1849 to try their hand at one of the greatest lotteries nature had created. And from then on, they would be known as the 49ers. It's really fascinating. I did not know that. This is kind of gross. Rasmus Nelson was a sideshowman extraordinaire. In 1938, he could lift 10-pound hammers by the rings through his ears. His top anvil lift by his nipples was about 250 pounds. Ugh. Whoa. He was considered a strong man and a blacksmith, and he was tattooed all over his body. Trippy.
Yes, absolutely. That'll be a kick. If we could put it I thought I put it down there on the bottom. It says nurses who can't fix business. Get that practice from me. He's a nurse. Oh, you did? I had a basket that said blessed, the box. And I put the plant in it, and a little pink pouch that I had, I put your card in, and I said, you can choose. Oh, this is cute. How many is it?